It's amazing.
It's insane.
It's amazing when you see that, like, just something that you taught someone is changing their lives. That's the one thing that makes me wake up in the morning.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, guys. Do something that you love, and that's gonna change other people's lives. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my podcast. Put the noise and be the voice. Your host, Refentse Moseki. We all know we're talking money, we're talking culture, we're talking business, and most importantly, we are talking owning who you are and finding your authentic, true voice. And today, we're talking about the journey to financial independence. We all want that financial independence, but are we willing to put in the sacrifices? Are we willing to change our money habits to implement this financial success? Are we? So I have Marshall Malaba today, and he's about to cut through the noise because we're here to cut through the noise. We're here to cut because he's on his way to success in helping people launch their own online businesses. He's helped over a lot of South Africans right now help launch their online businesses and grow them. So I'm here with Marshall Malaba. He's helped launch their online businesses and grow them. So I'm here with Marshall Malaba. He's going to cut through the noise with us and break down why he did that, how he did it, and why he's here today, and why is he willing to continue his journey in actually finding these secrets and acting these secrets for us in finding financial freedom. So Marshall Malaba, it's really nice to be here. It's really nice to be here with you, actually. I'm so sorry. It's such an honor to have you here. It's such an honor. And how are you, by the way?
I'm doing very well.
I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. So basically, we all know that there's get rich quick schemes all over. People feeding us this whole nonsense of, the secret formula to get rich quick. If you create this online business, you're going to be rich in the next year or two. We all know that that's a lot of noise, and there's no such thing as overnight success. But what I want to ask you is, what made you actually create this valuable content and this free content on your YouTube platform to actually share these secrets with South Africans at the moment? How to create your online businesses and how to grow and launch your online businesses.
The main reason I do what I do is because I needed what I'm trying to do for people now. I needed it and no one was there to do it for me. Mm-hmm. So I just realized that there's a huge gap between where people are and where they want to be. But what's meant to fill that gap is school. I think school is not working. Mm-hmm. Traditionally, what's meant to fill that is maybe some form of business mentorship or leadership that helps, especially like in terms of young people to learn how to do business, start their own businesses and stuff. But that doesn't really exist.
It doesn't.
So I was just like, no, why don't I do my best to help as many people as I can? And that's why I describe it as sharing my journey. I'm learning some stuff, it's working for me. Hey, why not just share it with someone else and watch them flourish and get their own breakthroughs?
I remember when I came across you, it was a thing of, I just want to create businesses. I just want to be a businesswoman. I do not want to cut through this whole varsity thing. And that's how I came across you, and you have a journey of actually quitting your job. Broke as hell. But what made you take that risk? Because I feel like some of us, the reason why we actually are not willing to take those steps is because we're scared of the risks. We're scared of what comes with it. We love security.
Yeah.
We love being comfortable. So we're scared to be uncomfortable. So what made you just take that risk of quitting a 9-to-5 job and just going full force in creating your online business?
I think the main thing that helped me to just take that risk was my background comes to play a bit. I grew up watching a lot of TV, American stuff. Mm-hmm. So as much as I am African, the stuff that I was I didn't call it indoctrination. The stuff that I was mostly exposed to was this lifestyle of America and Europe. The reason why I loved that stuff so much is because I was having challenges. So when you're going through all these challenges as a young person, what do you do for an escape? Exactly. So my escape was TV. So I'd always see how these people are living their lives online. I'd watch a lot of movies about hackers, the social network. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook. Who's this guy? How? I got so consumed with that stuff until I kind of had this mindset that said, you know what? If these guys are doing this, why can't I?
What's stopping me?
What's stopping me?
It's how you actually just teaching people now. How you teaching the rest of South Africans that I can do it and you can actually do it too.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we like, because everybody is just trying to sell everything, and you just providing that valuable free content to everybody. And I can see that it's coming from a genuine place. But what's making you like just genuinely want to share that content with people? Do you have like a mission or vision to actually help people, a lot of millions of South Africans, to financial freedom? Or what's your number one goal that gets you up in the morning to create this content for South Africans?
I would be lying if I said I don't want to make money from it.
Of course, we all do want to make the money.
Yes, but I found out that there are two factors to it. I found out that it's actually possible for you to make money helping people. Secondly, it's actually possible for you to help money doing something that you enjoy doing, something that you love doing. So lucky for me, the stuff that I do, the YouTube videos, the content that I create, it's able to take care of both. There's no greater feeling. I've had the opportunity, I've had the privilege of traveling a bit, buying anything that you want in terms of money, food, whatever. But there's no greater feeling than someone coming and saying to you, man, I did this and my life has changed. Man, I managed to pay my fees. I managed to take care of my mom's hospital bills. I managed to do this. Man, it's amazing.
It's insane.
It's amazing when you see that, like, just something that you taught someone is changing their lives. That's the one thing that makes me wake up in the morning.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, guys. Do something that you love, and that's going to change other people's lives also. So basically, what I also wanted to ask you is that the evolution of a rival is a critical thing. And there's so many sacrifices that we have to put in. I mean, you just didn't wake up one morning and you were like, I'm going to quit my 9 to 5 and just do this thing. Obviously, you had to put in the hard work and the sacrifices. But what are the sacrifices that you actually had to put in from day one until now? Every morning that you wake up, the sacrifices you have to put in that actually made you who you are at the moment.
Interesting question. Most people, like, if you look at just basic society, you're a young person, what's the first thing that you're thinking about when you're at work? I'm waiting for the weekend.
The next paycheck.
Yes, I'm going to get a paycheck. What am I going to do with the paycheck? Weekend, go out with my friends, we do this, we do that. Most of those things are, or some of those things are some of the things that I just had to say, okay, for now I will wait.
Exactly.
Because I've got a lot of friends, we grew up together, we went to school together, and the first thing they did was we'd go out and party. A lot of my friends at this age, they're married. And people are always looking at me saying, dude, when are you getting married? What's the plan?
Exactly.
What's your story? There's a route, there's a path that everyone follows. But then I was like, you know what? There's a lot that I want to do. If I do what everyone else has always done, I will get the same results that everyone else has always got. So aside from the parties, and I'm not saying I don't do that stuff.
I mean,
I do. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's not the first priority like other people make it. Relationships. It seems like our young people have got this thing that you must be in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, what's wrong with you? A relationship, I think they're important. I think marriage is amazing. I think it's important, but it's not the first thing that's on my mind. It's not the first thing that I'm always thinking about. So those are some of the sacrifices. I can mention more. I'm just talking about the common ones that seem to be the trending stuff that most young people do.
Most young people are doing. Yeah, and we're supposed to be not willing to put in those sacrifices, like to miss for a while to actually say, because I've always had this mindset of hard choices, right? Easy life.
Can we
Easy
talk about
choices,
like?
Hard life.
Can we talk about the relationship part? When you're trying to build a business, you need to be resourceful. You don't always have money. We always have this mindset that like I'll just start a business and I'll get an investor who'll give me money. That's a TV reality. That's not really there. The way businesses normally work is you put in the work. You are resourceful. You try this and you try that. So when you're trying to start something, and your attention is always on, I want to go out with so-and-so, and I need to buy them this, and I need to take care of that. It's nice to have someone, a partner, but it's not really feasible.
Because at the end of the day, you are alone.
You will notice that most people who are starting entrepreneurship journeys, their relationships struggle.
That's so true.
Yes. It's not to say that relationships don't work for entrepreneurs. It's just to say maybe you focus on something, focus on your business for a while.
Exactly.
Then you get
date
to that
your
point.
business and date yourself first
Yes.
before you actually date other people or anything else like that. That's
Exactly.
so true. You gotta fly high like an eagle. Because eagles fly alone.
Mhm.
And that's what an entrepreneur is. And I've had to see it so many times that I just have to fly alone. I just have to fly like an eagle sometimes. It's not going to be easy. People are going to move away from you. But you just got to miss this. You just got to miss this for the better game, for the better future.
And it's not to say that you can't have it forever. It's just to say right now.
These are the temporary sacrifices.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you're not going to fly in those, jets, private jets. They will come.
They will come.
They'll come. They'll come. And this whole thing of overnight success and getting rich quick that our young people are falling into, this whole, I'm just really tired of this generation just wanting instant gratification of the next big thing,
Yeah.
I mean, you had to work hard to get where you are right now, and you're still working hard because you're still not obviously satisfied with where you are right now.
Exactly.
There's still more.
Exactly.
You can never have enough. So yeah, man. So I just want to talk about like that young Marshall Malaba growing up. Did you have this entrepreneurship DNA since you were young?
Well, my dad has always been an entrepreneur, and he has always shown us that if you want something, go and get it.
Oh wow.
Simple as that.
Oh wow. So it's in the DNA.
Yeah, but it came to a point whereby it was forced on me. Like I was following the traditional route that we all go through. Parents take you to school, you pass your high school, then you go to university. While I was doing university, they told me, "Hey, dude, you don't have money anymore. Make a plan." So I had to get a 9-to-5, which was paying nothing. That's one of the main reasons why I quit my 9-to-5, because I was making money, but I saw
it's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything.
So you just woke up and you just quit your 9-to-5. But did you have a plan? You already had a plan figured out, right? Or did you just wake up and like, I'm not doing this anymore?
I think when we tell the story, it sounds like we just woke up and then we just quit.
And that's what people don't see. People don't see the behind the scenes of everything.
Yes, it's like a process whereby you are consistently going to work and you have this feeling that, you know what, I'm doing this thing, but honestly, I'm dying. I'm dying I'm not dying physically, but on the inside, you can tell that like your life is just moving and you are not getting anywhere. So when you get to that point, most people feel like, maybe I'm a failure in life. No, it's just your life, or we can say destiny, or we can call it the universe. That's telling you that there's more. There's more. That feeling of, man, look at my friends, what they're doing, and me. If you let that feeling overcome you, you can end up in depression, you can end up stealing, you can end up doing wrong things. But that feeling is a good feeling because it's just telling you that there's a lot more. So for me, I just had that feeling for a long time that, you know what, I'm doing this job, but I really don't feel like it's taking me anywhere. So what can I do? So I'm one person who is always looking for a solution. If I find someone who seems to have an idea, I'll go and ask them. Sometimes I don't even ask. I just hang around them and I just watch. Okay, this is what he's doing. Why is he doing that?
What made him do that?
Yes, and I'm someone who Googles a lot. Like if I come to you and I see you doing your podcast, there are some questions I won't ask you. I'll go and Google how to do a podcast. Okay, the way she presents herself, how to present yourself. By watching you, I'm learning the questions I should ask.
That's so true. That's so true. Because we learn a lot from other people. I mean, we are here because somewhere out there it's in a book and it's written somewhere,
Yes.
And also...
the problem with most of those books, it's like a book, right? You're reading it and you feel like, okay, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson number 3, they are laid out for you. But you forget that person who wrote that book, those lessons were learned over a period of time.
Yeah.
Like what you were saying, that we are people who want to have overnight success. We are forgetting that overnight success takes maybe 5 years or 10 years. And then when finally people see what you are doing, they'll be like, oh, that guy was a nobody yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yes. But you've been doing it for a long time.
You've been doing it for a long time. So getting to the juice, I want you to tell us about your varsity. I want you to tell us about this brand that you have built. Marshall Malaba is already a brand itself, but like, tell us more into detail about your varsity. What is it that you want to serve South Africans? Not even South Africans, the whole world actually.
Yes.
What is it that your mission, that what you want to change, this whole financial mindset that you want to bring across, you know, teaching people side hustles, that you not only have to have your 9-to-5 job, there's other places, you do not have to be unhappy at your 9-to-5 job every day. There's other solutions. And I just want Marshall Malaba to tell us about your varsity. And it's basically university, but it's his university. And he'll just drop it down for us.
Yeah, as you can see on the t-shirt, it's your varsity. So it's your, as in yours, and then varsity. The reason why we say it's yours is because you determine what you get out of it. In university, we're just told, study this, and then if you do well, then hopefully you'll get a job or something like that. But your varsity, kind of, we position ourselves in a way that you get to make decisions about what you want to become. So, like, for example, through my YouTube channel, my role is just to expose people to what is possible. And then you choose from the different things that I talk about that, okay, this is what I want. When I was doing university, I wanted to do digital marketing. At the time, they didn't know what digital marketing was. So I was forced to do a degree in what? In marketing. I didn't want to do a degree in marketing. I wanted to do a degree in digital marketing.
Oh, wow.
So your varsity is just saying that, okay, these are the different online ideas. Choose the one that you want. And build your own life.
So what are the different
your
online
career
ideas for the ones that don't know? What are the different online ideas that you have going on in your varsity? Like if I had to go into your varsity right now, what am I going to come across?
All right, so your varsity is a long-term project. We started, I think, about 3 years back. Currently, we've got about 5 different trainings or courses that we have. The first one is drop servicing. Drop servicing is simply a process whereby, like right now, we're in a studio. You know these guys, they do video editing, they do photography. You don't know how to do that, but you know guys who do it. So when you meet up with someone who says, you know what, I'm looking for someone to do videos for my wedding, rather than you just saying, I know some guys, you say, I can help you, I can do that. And then they pay you money, you come and give these guys whatever amount they're charging. Obviously, you're going to charge the person more.
Exactly.
And then you get your cut, you actually do that as a business. So that's drop servicing. It's a nice word for just saying being a middleman. But I teach you the whole process and everything. The other one is affiliate marketing, which is similar. You'll be promoting other people's products. But the difference is that these products are only online. So you just simply share links. Like maybe 10 people who want to buy something, I don't know, like maybe some earrings or something. You find a website that allows you to be an affiliate. You send the link to them. They click the link, they buy. You get a commission.
A commission.
Yes. Then the next thing we talk about is YouTube, how to start a YouTube channel. Most people assume that if you start a YouTube channel, you're going to be getting paid money from doing like, you create videos, people watch, and then because people watch, that's how you make money. But unfortunately, if you go that route, you have to wait until you've got like 1,000 subscribers, and you have to wait until you've got like 4,000 watch hours, and that's a lot. I teach you on your varsity 13 different ways of making money from the first day. Like you create your YouTube video and then you post it. From the first day that you post it, I show you 13 different ways that you actually can start making money. Like right now, YouTube pays everything for me. I don't have to worry too much. You've seen me talk about lots of, hey, I do this and I do that. YouTube is one of the streams that just pays my rent. Even if I just sleep the whole month, when I wake up and the landlord is saying, how far rent? The money is there. Yes. A new thing that we recently introduced is called CPA. It works similar to affiliate marketing, but then people will be paying you for small tasks that you do. Like most of these companies are US based, so they want a way to market to people. So if you can help them collect emails, they will pay you for it. They'll pay you small money, like $1.50.
Oh wow!
But because you're collecting lots of emails, $1.50 times 100 people. And multiply that by 1,000, multiply that by 10,000. Then the last one, maybe I'll give you an example, is selling digital products. A lot of people are content creators. They create content like YouTube videos, maybe they create podcasts, they write blogs. What's the different ways that you can make money from that? Rather than just waiting for the platform to actually pay you. you can create digital products. Like I always talk from my own experience. I've got experience in graphic design. I've got experience in video editing. Some people want to learn how to do what I do. I don't have to send them to a college or a university to learn that. I can create a series of videos and package them and sell them to people and say that, okay, you want to learn how to run a video editing company like me? Here.
That's how you do it.
So when you go to your varsity, those are some of the things that you will find.
Guys, please go to your varsity and do check out Marshall Malaba at YouTube. You're going to be impressed. I mean, he has impacted my life. I'm sitting here talking to him, but he has no idea how much he has impacted my life and how many other lives he has actually impacted also. And I'm most definitely sure that he can impact your life as well. So basically, the last question, just to end this whole thing, it's been amazing talking to you, by the way. It's been lovely.
It's been a pleasure.
So I just wanted to ask you, like, what are the 5 habits that you had to adapt throughout this whole journey? Like the mindset habits and the shifts that you had to go through, you know, to actually be standing here right now, owning a brand called Your Varsity, the work that you had to put in. So what are basically the 5 habits that you had to implement, if you think about it?
Okay.
Like that stood out the most for you throughout this whole journey?
The first one I would say is dealing with limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs talk about, I can use the word culture, talks about the way that you have been trained. For example, let's say maybe you were used to earning, or maybe you come from a background whereby money was there but not a lot of it. So you are used to that. It's okay to have money but just enough to get by. When you get to a point whereby now you are running a business and it's doing financially well, because you've got a limiting belief of being used to having enough money to get by. Even though your business can thrive, you will force it to come to a point whereby it's just enough money. Like you get lots of people who want to be your clients, people want to pay you money, more money than you've ever seen in your whole life. But because you've got this mindset about I should only have enough money to pay rent and buy food and then nothing else, you will drag your business from the great business it is to there.
Because of the programming.
Because of the programming in your mind.
Inside.
So, excuse me. So that's one thing that I personally had to deal with. I had that problem because we grew up in a family that was, we were doing fairly well financially.
Just getting by.
Yes, we're just getting by. But because I was not used to a lot of money, when I saw money, it just had to disappear. I would find ways to make it disappear and not come again for a while. Yeah.
That is deep.
The second one that I would say is very important is a habit of consistently learning. Like maybe you can find a book and read it and it blows your mind. Or you can meet someone like you and you watch the podcast and you're like, wow, awesome, nice. And then you take that one thing that you've learned, you run with it, and then you are good. It brings you a few results. Because we see results, we tend to forget that we need to continue learning. The first level of results is the first level. There's a second level, there's a third level, there's a fourth level. You need to be someone who's consistently always growing and learning. Because there's so much more that you can achieve and you can do, but you just need to have that mindset of, I want to learn. Like myself, my best friend is Google. I ask Google anything. I'm always learning something new because I realize that the more I keep learning, the more I can expose myself to something that can make my life move further and better.
The rhythm of learning never stops.
Yeah.
Continues.
Another thing is the habit of taking action. I think the biggest thing that cripples us from making progress financially, especially for all the knowledge that's there, is that we keep wanting to learn more. Or we keep wanting to qualify. Like, okay, that idea is nice, but let me learn some more so that I'm qualified to do this. I want to start a podcast. Let me learn how other people are start. Just start.
You figure it out, like what we said at the beginning.
Yes. There are some questions you will never know to ask until you start. You just need to start, and then that's when you start knowing what questions to ask.
You figure it out along the way. You don't
Yes.
have to. You do not have to have it all together.
Yes. Like, let's say this is our first time meeting, and then like maybe we have a conversation about something. Tomorrow when you meet someone else, because of the conversation you had with me, you will know what maybe to say to that person. And I don't know what could happen. Something amazing could happen.
So true. true.
But it would never have happened
That's so
if you had not said, Marshall, let's meet up.
Let's meet up.
Yeah.
How you changed my life, and basically you changed my life, I changed someone else's life, that person changed someone else's life. It's just a cycle. It's just a journey of positivity, and that's it. That's it. And what's the last one to close it off?
The last one is, there is nothing that is impossible. Absolutely nothing.
The word itself says, I'm possible. Corny.
The thing is, we just lack information that will show us how to get it done. So rather than looking at your circumstance and what's happening in your life, look for people who have done what you have done and keep your mind on them. A lot of people say to me, dude, why do you talk the way that you talk? Why do you do the things that you do? Do you think you're better than us? No. The reason why they are saying that is because I believe it's because they feel intimidated because I'm doing something that they could do, but they didn't have the courage to do.
To do it. The courage, that's another word.
And so the reason why I'm doing that is because firstly, I believed it was possible. And then I just look for people who are doing
who literally made it possible.
Yes. And then I just simply copy them. I copy their blueprint. Like, people have this perception that if you want to be successful, you need to be an original. It doesn't work. Like myself, when people listen to me on YouTube, they're like, wow, this guy is deep. But if you really follow me, you realize that I talk like someone. I won't tell you who I talk like. But
no, we never reveal it.
I follow someone and I do what they do until I find myself. I find my confidence. I find who I am. I find how I want to present myself and all that stuff. When new people who've never heard of that person and never heard of me, when they hear me, the way that I look up to that person, I become that person for them.
For them.
You see? But it just starts off with me believing that this thing is possible and having the confidence to do it.
That is beautiful. We wouldn't have ended it any other way. It was lovely talking to you, Marshall Malaba. Guys, I'm with Marshall Malaba right now. It was lovely talking to him. I'm your host again, Refentse Moseki. And yes, guys, we have ended episode number 10. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening to us today. And stick to the next episode. We'll be catching you soon. And yes, thank you guys for joining once more again. And here's to quitting the noise and being the voice. Thank you very much.